What's happening, ladies and germs? This is the PackerMan, and welcome back to Green and Gold Games and my Let's Play of The Outer Worlds. This is episode number 7. As you look at my character, his badass armor and plasma rifle. Alright, so now, what we need to do is there are 3 switches inside the plant that must be flipped. No cat quit. Doing your drooling shit.
That'll be easy enough.
Yeah, but it's never that easy. Not in these types of games, anyway.
Damage sustained.
Alright. Hey, let's work these special attacks. Alright. Hey, abilities. You can find your use your abilities and target. Pay 1 of the ability. I have so much freaking ammo.
What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the Vale?
Well, then they're boned. So much light ammo. So I'm going to use the light machine gun. For a bit. Energy cells and light ammo. This door is barred from the other side.
You're not real. You're not real.
The hell? Who said that?
away, Phantom! Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Get away! Get away! No, 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 just leave me alone.
Ah, there he is.
Go away, Phantom. You're not real. You're not real. Go away, Phantom. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Calm down. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Well, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're not imagining me.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
What is it you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
How long have you been living down here?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
If you worked on... You've been down here this whole time. How did you not starve?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So you ate sprats.
Braised. Boiled. Charred. Skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
That's horrible. How could this have happened?
You mean, why did the mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module. The tail.
Actually, hang on.
Forgot what...
Alright, so Chester told me that there's a logic unit in the plant's security office. What would that be? Over there. Adreno. Put that up. Antibiotics cream. Ooh, an impact hammer. Cool. Alright then, let's go.
It's scalded.
And this thing, between this and the plasma rifle, these weapons tear these robots to shreds.
Well.
Oh, that takes care of that.
If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
So we're down to one. Okay, so we're back in here. Shit. Figures. I can't get into the damn security office.
Last. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final.
Yep. So this is one of them, it's no going back kind of moments. Riot control armor. That's locked. Wish I knew if there was a way to open that security office. Oop. Immunosol. Magnum. I wonder. Nope, just access files. Oh, this sucks. Shit. That doesn't really do me any good, though. That returns to Emerald Vale. Shit. Well, this sucks, because I don't know what to do. Alright, here's what we're going to do. At this point, I'm going to make a new save point. Because this is one of them no going back kind of things.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
The deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Oh, I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Alright, one more save for the road. Redirect power. So. Redirect power to Edgewater or redirect power to the Botanical Laboratory. So, be interesting to see what this turns out. These are some big decisions. I won't imagine Reed Thompson's going to be too happy with what I did. Oh, I guess they do respawn after all. Dance for me, dude. Have I mentioned how much I love this gun?
What are we supposed to do now?
Exercise patience and contemplate the scriptures.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
It's not personal. I need your power regulator.
That power regulator is company property. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
What's going to happen to Edgewater?
Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence.
I'm sorry about all this, Reed.
Apologies won't give us our lives back. But for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
we get a new perk. The Negotiator. I guess this means they're fair game. Alright, we got what we needed. Let's get the hell out of here. Technical lab. Alright. Okay.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
Damage of 34. Cost 1800 bits. Give it a shot. It's got a scope. And it uses heavy ammo.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Hey, Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1. Found it in the community center archives.
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Hold on. I've got more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
The elusive Part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
Of course. Be back over here. All right, well. That's fine.
Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by hard labor.
Is Reed hiding in there?
Are we getting paid or not?
Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay. Mr. Thompson is aware of your concerns and remains committed to guiding Edgewater into prosperity.
Hopefully I can get up there. Thank God. So as long as we're not seen, it doesn't affect our reputation. Duly noted. Alright. Now we can just get the hell out of here.
Right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by hard labor.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Today's your lucky day.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 2, found in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit. What?
Awesome. Electrocharged surface. Well, I'm going to call this episode right here. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, this is the PackerMan signing. You better like and subscribe or face the consequences. You have been warned.